Hello, everyone. How are you this evening? So, my name is Amanda Waldhart. You're here with Amanda's Inspiration Station. Hopefully, I'm here with Amanda's Inspiration Station. I'm just going to wait a quick minute to make sure that I'm in the right spot. And then we'll get started because I have 4 fabulous cards for you tonight that I'm super excited about because I love these cards. I love this stamp set. Actually, it's a bundle. I love this bundle. So let me just, there we are. I see myself. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started because we're going to stamp 4 cards tonight, and we're going to be using the So Refreshed bundle. So this is the So Refreshed bundle. It is so adorable. I absolutely love it. And this bundle I chose to do for my July Creating Card Club. So every month I do a Creating Card Club, and the deadline to sign up is always the 10th of the month. Just like Paper Pumpkin is the 10th of the month, I kind of picked it on the same day so that I would remember myself. So on the 10th of the month is the deadline, and then I have the class, if you're local to me, on the very last Tuesday of the month. Or you can take it home, or I can ship it to you. So it is a subscription. You can go to amandasinspirationstation.com and you can subscribe that way. You can cancel. And I'm actually just going to kind of bring you down here. And let's kind of bring you down. And I'm going to show you the cards that we're going to be making tonight. So part of my Creating Card Club is that you will make 8 cards total, and you'll make 2 of each one. So your monthly card kit will come with enough supplies to make 2 cards of each of the 4 cards that I designed. And then you also get around 20 to 24, depends, dollars worth of consumables in your kit. So it's super fun. I also offer a PDF with it. So you get a free full color pictured step-by-step supply list PDF tutorial. If you choose not to do the actual class or the club and you don't want to do that, but you want the tutorial, I do have it at my tutorial store on amandasinspirationstation.com. And I'm going to show you the cards we're going to do tonight, but I'm also going to give you a sneak peek at the cards. I'm going to give you let you know the cards that we're going to do for August. So let's do August. Well, let's do these ones first. Okay, so tonight's cards are going to be the So Refreshing, and we're also going to be doing some envelope tabs to make them very pretty. So we're going to be making one of these cards and one of these cards and then this one. I love these. They're so, I just absolutely love this stamp set. But I am a complete sucker for anything that's like food or drinks or just cutesy. I love cutesy. So here is the sneak peek for next month's, for August. So August is Hey Chuck bundle. And this is card 1 that you're going to make. So if you decide that you want to do this card kit, you would get enough supplies to make 2 of this card. And then 2 of this card. And then 2 of this card. I love him. He's so cute. And then 2 of this card. And then plus you would get, like I said, consumables in your card kit. And you can sign up right at amandasinspirationstation.com. I live in Janesville, Wisconsin. So if you are close to me and want to come to the class, it's always the last Tuesday of the month. The only time that it would be subject to change is if that falls on a holiday, or for some reason I'm on vacation, which I would let you know well in advance, and we would pick a different time or day. All right, so let's get started with these cards because, like I said, there's a lot of stamping to there's a lot of stamping to these cards, and I don't want to monopolize all of your time this evening. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with this one first. So I have my pieces. Now, I will tell you that there are some things that I went ahead and did ahead of time just because there is a lot of stamping and a lot of die cutting. So things that I could die cut ahead of time, I went ahead and did. So like the little tablecloth, I went ahead and die cutted. And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna bring this up. I also did all these little leaves and all the little strawberries, and I even put the green on all of the strawberries already, so that I had that already set aside for the cards. Okay, so I got my card base here, and if you are watching me tonight, thank you so much. Say hi. I would love to say hi to ya. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just going to varnish it, varnish my my card base here. So I should have 2 pieces of this, but clearly I do not. So I don't know what I did with that. So I'm gonna grab another piece here because I have some more here. And I have them cut, but clearly I like to cut these ahead of time, the insides to the cards, but I have one left, so that'll be fun. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started, and we're gonna do some stamping first, and then what we'll do is we'll put together. So on the outside of the card on this white, we have the saying, and then on the inside I also stamped some of the flowers. And then for this we need to do the picture, the glass, the lime slice, and then the flowers. So I got some white cardstock here, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. I also have my piercing mat tonight, so I'm going to get started on that. And then I still have some of my little paper packs from when we sold these smaller grid paper. I love this because I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of stamping off tonight, so I will be using that. And give me 1 second here, because I looked at this one flower tonight and I was like, oh, I don't need that. And I looked at it like 3 times. Yes, I do need that. All right, so we are going to use Berry Burst first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the outer edge first, just like that. And then the inside, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it and I'm going to stamp off. We're going to do a lot of stamping off tonight and do a lot of 2-step stamping so that you have the lighter and the darker. So now that I have that done, I actually have to do 2 of these. So that's for the inside, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 2 of these because we're going to need it for the front of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp off just like that. I'm going to set those aside because I don't need that anymore. And then the other thing that I need right now is we're going to get out Memento. I'm using Memento tonight. And we're going to do a couple different things with it. First of all, we're going to do our saying. And we're going to do it on the bottom right-hand side. Just like that. So that's the front of our card. We're going to set that aside. Now what we're going to do is we need to do the picture and the glass and some fun things so that we can die cut these out. And while I'm stamping, I'm going to try really hard to look over and see if anybody's watching. You can stop and say hi. All right, actually, I didn't mean to put that away. Let's leave that out. All right, so let's do this glass. I think this is so cute. Oh, the stamp set. It just gets me every time. Okay, now we are done with the Memento, so I am going to put that away. And what I like about this too, now on some of the cards I did this, some of the cards I didn't, and you might not be able to see unless I bring it up closer. But there actually is a stamp that you can use for right here to make the glass look frosted. So I did go ahead and I pulled out my pool party, but I don't want it to be dark. So I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm literally going to stamp like that. So it just kind of gives it a light look. And then there's also a piece for up at the top of the glass, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to stamp off. There we go. Now I'm done with that one. So now we're going to use Granny Apple Green, and we're going to use Lemon Lime Twist. Love these two colors. Love these two colors together. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a lemon lime twist for the center of my picture like that. And same with inside my glass. There we go. Cute, cute. Oh, I would love if you're watching me to say, I love this stamp set too, because it is so darn cute. All right. So now I'm going to put some little ice cubes in here. I'm going to kind of randomly just kind of throw them in there like that. Perfect. All right. So now, oops, we have the lime. We have the lime left. All right. So there's 2 limes, again, with the 2 steps. So I'm going to do the solid color lime. And I am going to stamp off on the solid color lime just because I want it... I really do want a deeper contrast. So I want it to really look, one side look like the outer edge look dark and then the inner to look lighter like that. I want to give it like that. And then I also have the lime slice, which I'm going to do the lime slice in the darker color. All right, so we have all of our stamping done for this. So now we're going to go ahead and put this away because we're going to do some die cutting. And I have a little thing I want to share. So we have the dies right here. The nice thing about these dies that I absolutely love is that they have 2 glasses, dies for 2 glasses. They also have 2 oranges or limes or lemons or grapefruits. I thought that I had those ones out, but I must have. Oh, nope, I did do that. Okay, hold on. Well, what did I do with them? Well, I want to show you a trick, and I am going to show you a trick. I just don't know what I did with the little circles. Okay, well, what I was going to show you is this little circle right here. They come in the dies. There are 2 of these, just like the, oh, see, now I'm all like flustered because I can't find it. I had this all set out really nice and neat, you guys. Now, where did it go? Let's open this up one more time. Hold on. I gotta see if that's in here. So they're 2 little circle dies, but if you had a lot of them and you didn't want to run them through your cut and emboss machine, and if you have Stampin' Up's older 1/2-inch punch, or if you have your own 1/2-inch punch, this is the perfect size for you to stamp this. If you have multiple of them and you don't want to run it through the cut and emboss machine. So there's that. Although I really don't know where my little circles went, and that kind of upsets me, but they're here somewhere, so it's fine. All right, so I'm going to bring my cut and emboss machine over here because we're going to do some die cutting here. And we're going to just run this through completely all together with one big swoop. And I'm going to, I have this Post-it tape that I absolutely love. It's thin, it's perfect. And what I do is I like to line up my die and then I put this Post-it tape over there. That way it holds it in place because you certainly don't want to do all this stamping and then all of a sudden you run this through your cut and emboss machine and then, you know, it moves, jumps, and then you have to redo all this stamping. So this holds it perfect. I love it. Washi tape will do the exact same thing. But I will tell you one little secret about washi tape that I do think you got to be careful with. If your washi tape is older, I have had it rip my projects. So with that said, I definitely would be careful with that. because you don't want to stamp and then have it rip your projects either. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put these over there. I'm gonna set these aside. And the nice thing about this Post-it tape too is you can keep reusing it for a while. I even like to just kind of put mine right over my cut and emboss machine. All right, I'm gonna get myself all together again now that I have. So we have the inside, the outside. I have my little lime right here. Now we need to fussy cut. We need to, did I bump this? My Cricut here? I'm so sorry. So now we're going to fussy cut our flowers, but we're not gonna fussy cut all of the flowers. We're only gonna fussy cut these two little flowers here. So I'm just gonna kind of go around. I know, a lot of you are not fussy cutters. It's okay. I always say this because like I really don't mind fussy cutting. I certainly don't want to fussy cut like, 100 of these little flowers for like a swap or anything. Would never want to do that. And I do find fussy cutting is a lot easier with paper snips, a smaller scissor. All right, so I'm done with this. I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need that anymore. So now we're going to assemble our first card. All right. Got my pieces here. So we have our inside. And I already know I'm going to run out of Stampin' Seal because I knew I was getting really low yesterday on my weekly Wednesday. So I already have it ready to go. So I'm going to set that right there. And then I'm going to place this. Right now I'm just placing it flat on the card. And I'm just going to place it like that. And then let's actually put the card up here so we can see it. I'm also placing the little tablecloth flat, but I'm going to get out my dimensionals and we're going to pop up the picture. And we're going to place that kind of up like that. We're also going to pop up the flowers, and I have my mini dimensionals and my regular dimensionals because you will need both for this project because some of this stuff is so tiny. You're just going to need both. I'm just going to kind of angle this off like that. And then my glass. But before we put the glass down, we're going to take our little orange slice here, and we're actually going to take our paper snips and we're going to snip a slit all the way up to the orange, to the center, to the center of the lime. And then that way I have the slit to kind of make it like it's sitting on the actual drink like that. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put two dimensionals back there. Kind of hold it in place. And I'm going to put the glass then next to my pitcher. I got my limes, and I also have in my little bin here, I'm going to pull out my little leaves. The nice thing about the leaf die too that comes with this is that it actually comes where it's one die, but it cuts out 3 of these leaves. So I absolutely love that. And I'm going to get out my mini glue dots here. You're kind of going to use a lot of different adhesives for this project. To put the little green on the little strawberries, because I'm just going to give you that is how tiny they are. Look how tiny that is. So tiny. In fact, when I had the class, my friend Carla, I knew she was going to not like that. So I had to I didn't warn her. I just kind of told her. And by the way, we giggled about it because they are very tiny. All right. Part of the reason why I did it beforehand. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of do that. And there is our first card. So cute. But we're going to do this. So I have my envelope right here. And I have already taken this piece and I have ran it through an embossing folder just to give it some texture. And on my flap here up to the score line, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to place my adhesive just like that. I'm going to line this up to the edge, just like that. And then I'm going to flip this over and I'm just going to trim it. I love doing this to envelopes. It's something small that you can do that really makes the envelope look so cute. Like when you get a card in the mail, first of all, that's just awesome anyway, because you're not getting a bill, right? You're getting a card. But how cute is it when you get a card that has matching envelope, or the envelope's super cute? I always think it's cute. Okay, and we're not quite done yet. We have one more thing to do, because nothing would be complete if I didn't put Wink of Stella. All right. Oh my gosh, I just tapped on this and now I see you guys are commenting. Thank you. Seriously, I need to learn to tap on this much more. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Helen. Carla, hello. Thank you, ladies. Jeez, I got to learn this whole technology thing. I'll get there. All right, so my Wink of Stella. I am literally just putting on this one over the ice cubes. I just kind of want the ice cubes to kind of glisten. And that's all I'm doing with that one. So there you go. Cute. Happy birthday. And then on the inside, you also have the flower too. Super cute. All right, moving along. We're going to do the next one. And the next one that I have set to do is actually this one. So we're going to do this one next. So let me get that ready. And I'm going to set my envelope aside because we're going to need that. Again, I have my card base here. Now, when I use white card base, I definitely use thick. If I'm going to do white as my card base, I do the thick. Or vanilla, very vanilla, I do the thick. All right, so there's that. And this is for my envelope, so I'm going to set that aside. We're going to do that. And then before we do some stamping, we're going to do some blending. I love doing blending. So I am going to get out my Starry Sky, because we're going to do that. And I'm going to get out my blending brush. And I have a little tip. I said this the other night too. If you hold your blending brush like where it's mostly in your hand like this and you have this, you're going to push harder. I know that sounds weird, but it's because you have a better grip, so you push a little harder. If you want to push light, you would want to hold it back a little bit, and then you can lightly go in a circular motion. I share this with you because a lot of times I think what happens is people will go like this in their ink pad, and then they go like this, and then there's like dark spots and they don't like it. But if you hold it back a little bit, you're not applying as much pressure, and then look at what a difference that makes. It's just a little tip trick. And I will say that I also, when I do this, I generally do kind of brush off first, and then I go to my project. So right now, I'm just gonna brush off and then go. Now, always put it lightly first, because you can always add more. You can't really take away now, can we? So add a little. All right, so we're just gonna lightly go like this. All right, and I'm actually happy with that. I literally just wanted a little bit. So this is the card. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's start our stamping. Since we already have this one out, let's stamp the same. I am, of course, going to bring back my piercing mat because this is a photopolymer stamp set. So you definitely, I find you'll want your piercing mat. Ah, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so let's set aside our pieces. And now let's do our stamping. So we're going to, we don't need Starry Sky anymore. So we're going to put that away. But we are going to get out our pumpkin pie. And that's really all we need. Oh, no, we don't. We need Memento. All right, so we need to make our picture. So I'm going to do our picture. We're going to do another glass. So we need to do another glass. And then we need 3 oranges. So we used that slice in our lime color or granny apple green. So I'm going to clean that off. And now I'm going to stamp 3 of these. And I'm just going to kind of randomly stamp them like that. And then I'm actually going to clean that off right away too, because I know that we're going to use this same stamp later on with something different. Okay, so now we're going to do the inside of our pitcher. So I'm going to clean that off again. And the inside of our glass. I'm just going to leave that out so I can do that. Now, I want this to be a little bit lighter. I want the oranges to be a dark pumpkin pie. I do want them to be dark, but I don't want the inside of my pitcher to be dark. So I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp on inside. And I probably shouldn't have washed that because I forgot I'm going to use this again. So the reason why I want to do that is because I'm going to put some orange slices without stamping off inside my pitcher. Now I'm going to clean this. I just wanted to clean it twice. Clearly I like to clean, so it's fine. Okay, no, I really don't like to clean. That's a complete and utter lie. I used to not mind cleaning, but over the years, I think once I had kids, I was like, yep, nope, I don't like to clean. Because you're always cleaning up after them. Always, always, always. Like I used to, before kids, I'm like, oh, I'd pick a day, I'd clean my house, drink a pot of coffee. But yeah, not so much anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to take that little punch because I can't find my dies anyway. So I'm going to have to find that, and I'm going to punch this out, which this saves me time anyway because I only had 2 dies, 2 circle dies. And now I can punch out all 3 of these within a couple seconds versus running it through. But just know if you have this bundle, you can do that. Because we're going to have to bring it through anyway. Because I'm going to run the pitcher and the glass. Now this time I did not make the pitcher or the glass be frosted. So I did not use the Pool Party. I'm just going to run that through like that. And there's that. I'm going to set that aside so I don't lose that. Like I lost my little circles. All right. So now let's put this card together. All right. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for watching. Thank all of you guys for watching. I so appreciate it. Okay, so now I'm going to place this white piece right over my starry sky, and then I'm going to place that flat onto my card. We're just going to go like that, and then I'm going to pop up my picture with dimensionals, and I'm going to do the same thing with one of these little oranges that I did with the lime. I'm just going to do a little slit up to the top, or up to the center, and I'm going to place it on my little glass. If I can find the slit, there we go. I'm going to place it on my little glass like that. I'm going to flip it over because I'm going to use dimensionals. And I'm going to place it there. So can we talk about how hot it is today? Oh my goodness. I just don't like the heat. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. I know there's some people out there that just absolutely love it, and I am not one of them. Like my perfect day would be like sunny and 68. All right, so I'm going to place that right over there like that. And now we have our leaves. Now, granted, I do have a pool, so there are times where I do like it a little warmer if I'm going swimming. Clearly, I'm not going to go swimming in 68-degree sunny weather, but this humidity and this 90-degree weather is just for the birds. And I shouldn't even say 90 degree. It's almost 100. Almost 100. Helen, me either. Oh, God. Just can't stand it. All right. So, there we have it. Now we just have our little tag. So, again, we're just going to do our little tag here. Oh, there we go. I knew I was going to run out of it sooner or later. I was kind of surprised I got as far as I did, to be honest with you. Okay. There we go. So we're going to place that. And I did the same thing with this piece. I ran it through the embossing folder. And it doesn't matter what embossing folder you choose. The one I did choose is the one that's on our online exclusives. It's like basic embossing folders, and there's 3 of them in there. One is like polka dots. This one is like it's almost like a plaid. And then there's another one, which I can't off the top of my head think of what that one is, but that would be the one that I used, was more of the plaid one. And there you have it. There's our second card. Very cute. But we're going to add one more thing. I'm almost done. So I have over here, I don't have a full pack to show you clearly, but look at, I have tons of it all broken up. This is called the, why can't I think of it? Give me just a second. Ombre matte dots, I believe. And it comes with Night and Navy. I think this is Old Olive, Pool Party, and Calypso Coral. So I know that it's Calypso Coral, but they're different like shades of it. So I took one lighter one and one darker one of the bigger ones, and then I just set them on the side. And that's super cute. All right, so card number 2, done. Let's move on to card number 3. Card number 3, we have lots of strawberries here. Love this. It's so cute. All right, so I'm going to move this over here because I keep losing this. All right, so I'm going to set this aside. We got our baker's twine. Again, we have our thick white cardstock. I'm just going to take my bone folder. And then we are using Bubble Bath designer series paper, which is super cute. I chose the heart side, and this is part of our 6x6 paper stacks that come in our different color collections. So like you got your neutrals, you got your brights, your regals, and your subtles, and your in colors. So I'm just placing that flat to the Sweet Sorbet cardstock and then placing it flat on here. And actually, with this designer series paper, this is those paper stacks. That's what this is too. So these ones are the regals. So yeah, I love those paper stacks. I do, however, wish those paper stacks were 12 by 12. Who's with me on that? But they're not, so I'm not going to get my panties in a twist over it, but I kind of am. All right, so we need Memento because we're going to do Happiest Birthday again. And I'm going to stamp that up at the top of this scalloped rectangle from our scalloped rectangle contour dies, second to the largest. And now I'm going to set this aside because we have some stamping to do. So we're going to stamp again the picture. I'm going to stamp the picture. I'm going to stamp this time 2 glasses. So 2 glasses. And then that's it for that. I've already cut strawberries out. So now we're just going to do the 2 glasses in the picture. So on the inside, we are going to use Bubble Bath. Love Bubble Bath. All right, wanted to make sure I clean that. I'm going to stamp off real quick just to make, yep, okay. Make sure I clean that. So we're going to do Bubble Bath inside the pitcher and inside the glasses. And then we're also going to get I'm going to kind of do this one a little bit more over. There we go. And now I feel like one's darker than the other, so we're just going to make that one a little darker too. There we go. Now we're going to bring back our pool party because I do want these ones to look frosted again. So I'm going to stamp off just like that. And I'm going to do this for the little glasses, for the top of the little glasses. Stamp off. There we go. And now we have Sweet Sorbet, because we are going to get out our little, oh, good thing I just stamped off for a second because that had some Granny Apple Green on that. I don't want Granny Apple Green on that. All right, so we're gonna do some ice cubes here. And I'm randomly putting the ice cubes in the picture because I actually want it that way, because I want it to look like it was floating along with the strawberries that we're going to put inside the pitcher. So that was kind of my whole thought behind that. So I'm going to clean that. Clean that because we still have one more card to do after this. And then let's go ahead and cut these out first, and then we'll add our strawberries. So I'm going to bring back the cut and emboss machine. And this time we're going to use both of our glasses. Good thing they have two. I love that they have two in here. I think that's great that they did that. So I'm going to take this little piece here, because then you're just running it through one time and not multiple times. So I'm just going to run it through like this. And then I'm done with that one. I'll place that over here. All right, I'm popping up to make sure that nobody else is saying anything. Okay, I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring you, because I'm not. All right, so now we have this. Now we're going to bring out these cute little strawberries, and they are so cute. And I'm actually going to grab something that I think might help with putting them on the card. I'm going to grab my reversible tweezers from the additional toolkit, because I think that might help maybe placing them. They're kind of, well, I guess the strawberries aren't too bad. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place all of these strawberries on a glue dot. Let's see here, I have 6 of them, so 3 right here, 6. So we're going to do this. We're going to place all of them on a glue dot. They're so tiny, but they're so cute. All right. And they're a little time consuming to make. I don't want to say too time consuming, but they are. They are a little bit, but come on. Come on. How cute are those? They're worth it. They're so worth it. Tiny, but worth it. Okay. So let's get out our little stuff here. Let's see. Is this going to be easier to do? I don't even know if it will be. You know what? Nope, I don't like that. I'm going to do my poker tool. Or not. Ah, okay. So I'm going to place one of them on this glass like that. And I'm going to place another one on this glass up at the top here, kind of off to the side. I'm going to place one kind of floating in the pitcher over here. And then I'm going to do another one kind of floating down here. And we're going to leave it like that. I have 2 more strawberries, but we're going to put this together first. So I'm actually going to flip these over because we need some dimensionals on it, because I like dimensionals, in case you were all wondering. I love dimensionals. I don't think I could ever make a card or a project and not use dimensionals. I really don't think I could do that. All right, so I'm going to place the picture off to the left-hand side, and then I'm going to do one glass kind of next to it, but I'm going to do one glass kind of overlapping it, but up a little bit higher like that. I do have also that little bow that I had, and let's see here. See, maybe I really thought I was prepared here, but I know I had a bow. It was sitting right in front of me. Oh, seriously, you guys. I'm glad I'm not the only one, though, who does this, because I think everybody does this. All right, well, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to get a new bow, because I'm not going to do that. All right, so let's get my bow maker. We're getting a new bow. Not doing it. All right, so I'm using the Sweet Sorbet Baker's Twine. Love this Baker's Twine. Love these colors. I will cry when they leave. Okay, so now the question is finding, oh, there we go. All right, so I'm actually going to make a double bow. So I'm going to kind of do a double bow, and I'm just going to go wrap it around the back and bring it forward. I'm going to make a little bow here. I'm going to get my paper snips, which I really should grab my ribbon, scissors, but that's okay. All right, so now I have my double bow. I'm going to use glue dots again, because I'm going to adhere that on. All right. And I'm going to adhere that. Let's look at our picture here, our card. I'm going to do it right on the picture on the side of the arm there. And then I'm going to flip these over, because I'm actually going to pop this up as well. Because I laid the other layers flat, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to pop this one up. And I always do one in the center. All right. I just want to make sure that and then I'm going to center the card, center it on the card. And then I still have two more strawberries. Oh, you guys. What is going on? Okay. Seriously, am I losing it? I just had that strip with my 2 strawberries. It's not sticking to anything, is it? Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh, and look at, oh no, that's not the bow. Jeez, what is going on here? Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna just kind of, I don't even know. I don't even know where it went. There's my bow maker. Maybe if I move some of my stuff. Here they are. Found them. Yay. Okay. I was like, what is going on? Okay. So we need to add our last 2 little strawberries here before I lose them again. So I'm just going to kind of angle one like that. And then I'm going to kind of angle one like that. And there you have it. There is your card. And I have the envelope piece. So I'm going to, again, make some little envelopes. Make my envelopes look pretty. I will say this though. Now this doesn't bother me for some patterns, but for some patterns it does. So when you're cutting, a little tip too, when you're cutting your designer series paper to fit your envelopes, always cut it how you want the pattern to go, because sometimes if you know, you might want it to go a certain way, but then you have it cut the opposite way where it looks like it's sideways, and you're not going to want that. So I'm just going to trim around here, and then our envelope's done. And there you have it. There is our 3rd card. Super cute. Okay, last card, ladies. Last card. And our last card here is the lemonade one, super cute, and I made it with some bubble bath little pink strawberries. I do have a disclaimer though. This designer series paper for the tablecloth is actually from last year's patterns of the 6x6 paper stack, but I wanted it because it was plaid and I had plenty of it to cut my everybody who took the class. So I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just cut it out for you. Give me a second. Sorry, I just dropped my flower here. So I actually had an extra one of these stamped and die cutted from class. Is that even a thing? Die cutted? I don't think it is, but you know, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just use that instead of stamping that image. And then again, I'm going to use my basic white with my thick paper cardstock. And then I have right here my Starry Sky piece. This is going to go flat on the card. And I'm going to center that. And this one I made smaller because I wanted the white edge to be a little bit thicker. And we're going to stamp up here, thank you kindly. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp that in Sky, Starry Sky. And I'm going to bring back my piercing mat. And right, Rhonda? Thank you for joining. Yeah, I'm the same way. I still to this... When I get done doing this video and I clean up, I'm really hoping I find 2 of my circle dies because I seem to have lost them and I had them here. So I really don't know what I did with it. But they're somewhere. So, yeah, you know, whatever. All right, so now that I've stamped that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this flat in the center. Because then I'm going to go ahead and place this flat. But see, doesn't this tablecloth look super cute, all plaid? I mean, I felt like, you know, you have to have a plaid tablecloth in there somewhere. So I'm going to place that right over top like that. And then while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of place this because this is going to be flat too. And then we're going to stamp all that stuff and die cut it out. So I'm just going to kind of add that over to the side for right now. And now I'm done with this first for just a little bit because we're going to do some stamping here. So got my white. So this time we are going to change and not stamp our picture in Memento. We're actually going to stamp it in Pool Party. So I want to make sure that I really clean this off because I actually want it in Pool Party. I want it a little bit later. So let me get this, and I think we're good. Let's see here. Yep, we're good. I don't think I need anything else. We're going to get out our little lemons because we're going to do lemons this time. So let's get out our Pool Party, and we're going to stamp the picture in Pool Party. And then, oh, and we're going to need our lemon lolly. I love that. Lemon lolly. It's so cute. And then we're going to stamp 2 glasses. So we have 2 glasses. And then we are going to stamp, that's it actually for Pool Party. So we're good with that. Now we're going to get out our lemon lolly. I got to share this. So I look at like the outside of lemon lolly and the color yellow. But then when you open it up, doesn't that look kind of like an orangey yellow to me? I mean, it stamps light. I am going to stamp off one time though, just to kind of look at it. Okay, so because I'm using a light color right now after I've been using dark colors, I just wanted to make sure that this was clean enough. And I wasn't going to pick up any of the older colors. So I'm going to stamp inside both of them with the lemon lolly. And then with this one, we're going to do 2-step stamping with the lemon. So with the solid lemon, I'm going to, yeah, that's too dark. So I'm going to stamp off. Sorry, I wanted to look at that for a second. So I know that that looks really dark and that looks really light, but I'm going to do the outside line with like that. There, see now how you can see, I don't know if you can see the difference. Let me see if I can get the lighting a little bit. Can you see that a little bit better? It just gives it like a little more contrast. So I'm gonna do it like that. And then we're done with the stamping. Yay, we made it. Now we need to do some die cutting. One more last time. One more last time. All right. Yes, Rhonda, I do have the stamp scrubs, but I really do like putting the chamois in these cases. Yes, they're great for traveling, carrying, when you're stamping other places. Plus, once they get wet, you don't really want them to get like everything else wet. So it's definitely nice to do it like that. All right. So there, I'm going to put that down. And I need one more piece of my little Post-it note tape because I don't have enough. I want to put that around my little lemons. All right, so I'm going to run this through. There we go. All right, let's get that off. All right. You guys, I just found the ribbon or the little bow. Look at, do you know where I just found this? I just found this on my cut and emboss machine. I wonder if my dies are stuck in there. One will know. We'll find out. We will find out. Okay, so let's put my dies over here so I don't lose any more of them. And punch those ones out. So we don't need this anymore, but I'm going to keep this little piece of tape because I'm just going to put it on my cut and emboss machine so I can use it again. All right. I have my little strawberries here too with my little things. So this one, we are going to color all of the lemonade with Wink of Stella, but I think actually, you know what? I'm going to put it together first. Let's put the card together. So let's flip it over. Do this, flip all this over. I'll wait and do that probably last because otherwise it does get a little, it actually does get like a little wet and then I don't want it to like not stick. So let's do this. All right, so hello, Wendy, how are you? Hello, Tammy. All right, so I'm going to put my lemonade pitcher over the flowers. I want it to make it look like the flowers are kind of behind it. And then, actually, you know what I did? I don't want to put, you know what? I'm going to take the dimensional off one of these glasses. Or not. I can't. It's like sticking to my finger. I'm just going to take my pokey tool because I actually want one of them to be flat. All right, so let's do this. We're going to place this. I'm just going to get my snail adhesive and I'm going to do this one next to it or like up a little higher but flat. And then this one kind of overlapping but popped up so it kind of gives it a dimension. And then I'm still going to do my limes or my lemons off to the side like that. And then I have obviously my little leaves. So we're going to do our little leaves here. Hello, Tammy. And we're going to place that right there. All right. Sorry, I'm like, there's a delay. So like I say stuff and then I see you guys and then I look and... All right, so there I got another little leaf. And I gotta tuck this. I have a little bit of a, there we go. All right, so there's that. And then we're gonna do our little strawberries. Now this is gonna be fun. I am actually gonna put a mini, I know, a mini dimensional behind one of these strawberries. Now remember, these strawberries are super duper super tiny. I don't even know if you guys can see that on my finger or not, or if it gets blurry, but so tiny. I'm going to put one up there on the glass, and then the other two I'm going to do flat. Oh, I have an extra little leaf. All right, so I'm going to place this one over here kind of on the side of the bottom of my glass. And then the last one I'm going to place kind of overlapping the bottom of my glass. There we go. That works. And then we're going to add a couple things. We need to add a couple things. So first we're going to add some of these ombre dots, and I'm just going to take one of the bigger ones on the center of this flower, and then I'm going to take two of the really little ones and kind of place one there and then one like there. There, now we have that. And then we need the Wink of Stella because I want the lemonade to... Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'll show you in a second. This is the last card that we made tonight. I made 4 of them, and I will share with you all 4 of them in just a second. So I'm going to make my lemonade sparkle. I'm really going to kind of dot that in my lemons. There we go. Super cute. All right, and last but not least, we're going to do this envelope. But of course, I don't see the envelope, so, because, you know, why would I have that? I can't even find my stuff. Oh, really? What? Oh, here it is. There's my envelope. Okay, so now I'm going to, I put it up there so I wouldn't lose it. And then what do? I can't remember I put it there. Don't you love that? Do you ever, like, think to yourself, oh, I need to set this aside for, you know, something. And then you set something aside and you're like, I'm going to put it here so I don't lose it because this is important. And then you totally lose it. You don't remember that you put it there. How many times has that happened? That's what I do. Then like later on, I'll be like, oh, that's where it is. Now, why did I put it there? Clearly at the time, I must have thought that was a thing. Michelle, now you need a drink. Me too. Maybe I'll have some lemonade tonight with dinner. Okay, so Wendy, you were just starting to follow. So look there's our finished 4th card. Super cute. Love it. Then we have this one. Super cute. This one. This was part of my Creating Card Club for July. These were the cards they did. And then we have this one. Yay! I'm so glad you guys watched and that you loved these cards. Thank you so much. Remember, these are the ones that are going to be for August. So we have Hey Chuck. Hey Chuck. So cute. And then these two. I love these. And we're using some of those new stitched nested dies, which I love that as well. They come with like the banner, the rectangle with the rounded corners, and then this shape, which I love. Super cute. I love this. So you have until August 10th to subscribe to this one. Class will be the last Tuesday of the month in August, and then the last Thursday of the month, the 2 days later, I always do the Facebook Live for it. And yeah, so thank you guys. Oh, Rhonda, you love the chickens. Good, I'm glad. You'll enjoy doing this one then. This one's fun. Plus, we're going to be doing a lot of, using a lot of new blends. I like the new, this one is Copper Clay. This one here is the light, I think it's Crumb Cake. But then that's Peacock, Pretty Peacock. So we're going to be using a lot of the new blend colors. So I'm excited about that. Tammy, I'm glad you like them. Thank you guys. Yes, the nested dies, Wendy. They're awesome. I bought 2 of them because whenever they're like shapes that I really like, I use them in my scrapbooking and my card making. And if I'm going to be cutting these out, I want to be able to cut more out at one time. So yeah, I bought 2 of them. I did. Well, thank you ladies all for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And some of you I hope to see, well, I hope to see all of you very soon, but some of you I will be seeing very soon. So, all right, bye ladies. Thank you.